Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tim Williams. We are here to break down today's MLB DraftKings slate for March 5th, 2021. We have a four-game slate today. I think pitching wise, we're going to have some issues, but hitting, there's a lot to choose from. So let's just get right into it. We have a four-game Grapefruit League slate. We have the Minnesota Twins going against the Atlanta Braves. We have the Astros against the Miami Marlins. We have the Rays against the Red Sox. And then we have the Tigers at the Yankees. So right off the bat, we have the Twins going against the Braves. We have Matt Schumacher going against Kyle Wright. Schumacher last year made 6 starts, pitched 28 and 2/3 innings, gave up 22 hits, 9 walks, 26 strikeouts, but gave up 8 home runs last year. So he is prone to the long ball. Hitting wise, the Twins are going to be putting out a lot of young rookies today, or just young guys in general. But I will say that Garlick, I think that's how you say his name, Garlick. He has 2 home runs in spring training. It's not much to love here. It's a risky stacking option, but it is an option indeed. On the Brave side, Kyle Wright is making his second start. He has thrown 1.1 innings so far in spring training. He's given up 4 hits, 3 earned runs. He has given up a walk and has a strikeout. So he's got a little bit of rust there. So you could take your chance on him. I don't know if I would, but Freddie Freeman is making his hitting debut, and the obvious stacking options around him are Acuna, Albies, Freeman himself, Ozuna, and d'Arnaud. So they're just kind of rolling with their vets. They're just basically treating this as it's like a regular season game. So a lot to love there hitting wise. And then you have Houston versus Miami, and you have Jose Urquidy versus Trevor Rogers. I don't think either of these guys have faced each other before, but on the Astros side, Urquidy made 5 starts last season, 29.2/3 innings pitched, 22 hits, 2.73 ERA, 8 walks, 17 Ks, and he has given up 4 home runs. He was actually pretty exciting to watch last season. So I do expect him to make a full season in the rotation, as long as he stays healthy, of course. Not much in this Houston Astros lineup. I know Carlos Correa is hitting leadoff. Miles Straw is hitting behind him. He is 3 for 4 with a stolen base. So stolen base gives you a lot of equity in DraftKings. So that is an option there. Papierski, he's 1 for 1 in spring training for what's that worth. And then Diaz is hitting cleanup. You could take a chance there, but there's a lot more hitting stacks to choose from. And then on the other side, you have Trevor Rogers, who last season has 5 starts. Should be actually 7 starts. Pardon my error there. 7 starts, 28 innings pitched, 32 hits allowed, 6.11 ERA, 13 walks, 39 strikeouts, and he's given up 5 home runs. So he's a younger guy. He's probably going to make the rotation. He's probably going to be the 5th man in line. And, you know, he has flashes of potential. He obviously can strike guys out, but the consistency isn't there, and he will give up the long ball. For Marlins hitting, I will say that their hitters are pretty hot. They've not faced Jose Urquidy, but like I said, they are hot. And then your stacking options are Starling Marte, Aguilar, Cooper, Anderson, Duvall, all have power potential. Marte can steal bases. So if you want to stack that and probably get that lower owned stack for more leverage, that is very possible. And then the next game here, we have the Tampa Bay Rays at the Boston Red Sox. You have the veteran Rich Hill going against Eduardo Rodriguez. On the Rays side, I will say Hill has probably decent strikeout potential today against the Red Sox. Unfortunately, the Red Sox are hitting the ball extremely well early on. So that is a riskier play. Pitching wise, there's not really, it's just going to be a guessing game, and it's spring training. So really anything goes, but hitting wise for the Rays, Brandon Lau is hitting 3 for 6 with 2 home runs against Erod. So that is something worth noting. You can stack him with Michael Brousseau, who is good against left-handed pitching, and then Joey Wendell is hitting at the top of the order. So that looks like a decent mini stack. And then on the other side, you have the Red Sox. Eduardo Rodriguez, nice to see him back and healthy. He had some issues. I believe he had COVID, and then he had a little bit of an heart issue. Nice to see him back. He'll probably only go 1 inning. So that's a risk in itself. But you have Hunter Renfroe hitting against him, who is 7 for 21 with 2 home runs. But on the for the Red Sox hitters themselves, JD Martinez is 3 for 14 with a home run. Christian Vasquez is 1 for 2 for what that's worth. Probably wouldn't go there, but stacking options are Kike Hernandez and Devers. Hernandez is tearing the cover off the ball. He's hitting like 800 this spring training. So if you want to continue that hot streak, you certainly can. But yeah, that should be an interesting matchup for this game. Last one, we got the Tigers at the Yankees. You have Matt Boyd against Domingo Germán. Germán coming back from his suspension last season, so that should be interesting to watch. But for the Tigers, the last 2 years, Boyd has started. He's actually given up more home runs than starts, so he's very home run prone. Definitely a risky play. I probably wouldn't start him, and I probably won't. And then hitting wise, their top prospect, Spencer Torkelson, number 1 pick last year. He's making his hitting debut. And then you have potential stacking options in Robbie Grossman and Wilson Ramos. Riley Green's in there too, but not a whole lot to love on the Tigers side today. For the Yankees, like I said, you have Domingo Germán back from his suspension. He is a little bit home run prone. Expect some rust. He might go decently owned just because he's a Yankee going against the Tigers, but strikeout potential is there. But he indeed is a risk. So hitting wise, there's a lot to love here. Yankees are rolling out there with a kind of middle of the season hitting lineup. And you have Luke Voit, who is 3 for 9 with 2 home runs against Boyd. You have Hicks, who's 2 for 10, but he does have a home run against Boyd. Gary Sanchez, 2 for 7 with a home run. So those two guys, some decent swing and miss, but power potential. And then you have DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Mike Stanton, who Stanton is making his debut, but they are all good stacking options. I will say that hitting ninth is Andujar, and I think he does have a hit off of Matt Boyd, so you can go there potentially as a stack for the 9 spot to roll into the 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is potentially there. I will say I would roster maybe some of those earlier in the order lineup guys. Spring training has been kind of wacky this season, so they could literally end the game at 5 innings. They can take pitchers out after they've thrown 20 pitches. So it's been kind of the wild, wild west, but it has been fun, and it is exciting that baseball's back. So I hope these notes helped you build your lineups today. I will say I would go with stacking options for your lineups. That will give you more leverage against other opponents. Pitching wise, this might be a little tougher matchup, and it's kind of a guessing game, but you do have some good stacking lineups with the Yankees and the Red Sox. So yeah, there you have it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please give me a like, and I'll see you with the next video. Have a great day.